Hi, my name is Laurie Ertle. I'm faculty at the Southeast Campus, and I'm going to briefly show you how to use the Wiki tool for the Citizen Science Project, just in case you've never used the Wiki tool. So you're going to have multiple submissions throughout the semester. You're going to be submitting 2 pieces of information for each one of the Wiki posts. You're going to be submitting an image that shows others what your observation area looks like, your study area. So depending on what species you choose based on the group that you're in, you're going to select a particular area. You're going to let Nature's Notebook know where that area is located when you sign up. And that's the area you're going to want to take a picture of, not just one time, but each time you submit the data, so that we, both the instructor and the peers, your student peers, they're all going to be able to see, if they go back into the different wiki links, they're going to be able to see how that area has changed throughout the semester. Then you're also going to be submitting a picture, an image that shows your data, so that later on people can also go back in and look at the data that you submitted. This will be especially important when it's time to work on your paper in your group as you synthesize the data, but it'll also be important just for you to do this for each lesson so that you can get a grade that you've submitted the data, showing that you've submitted the data and you did the assignment. So 2 places where you can access the Wiki link. One place is here in the Citizen Science Wiki link that is in the course menu. This is where you can get to all of the different Wiki post areas that you'll need throughout the semester. The first one that you're going to be doing is in Lesson 3, because that's when the Citizen Science Project is introduced. So I'm going to click on this Lesson 3 Laboratory Citizen Science Wiki post, and this is what it looks like. For you to create a wiki page, you'll be clicking on Create Wiki Page, and that will allow you to create one. I've already created 3, so this is the image that I submitted. That's an image of what the Nature's Notebook application or app looks like on either Android or Apple. I've submitted this one, which this might look familiar to you in the instructions for how to sign up and how to enter your data for the Citizen Science Project. And then I have this one as well, which is just a sample data sheet for one of the species that some of the groups could choose, which is a monarch butterfly. The reason I did 3 different ones is so that you can see how it populates on the side. I did 3 different ones. You're only going to have 1 post, and each post will have 2 pictures. Your picture of your area, your picture of the data submission. But I'm showing this to you so that you can see that you will eventually be able to see all of your peers' submissions as well, not just your own. So when you submit, your instructor is going to be able to see it, and all of the peers in the class as well. So the Citizen Science Wiki link here is one that can get you to all of them. So when you're ready to do Lesson 4, you can come here. Or Lesson 5, you can come here. The other place you can access it is going in directly from the units. It takes a little more time to get here that way. However, if you're already working within the unit, it'll be easier for you to access it. So for instance, that Lesson 3 is in Unit 1. So if you're working in Lesson 3, in the lab folder, and that's where they'll all be found within the units, in the lab folder, at the end you'll see a link that's going to take you directly to the same place that we were before, right here. So that should look familiar, because that's the one I was showing you earlier, because you can get to them from either that Citizen Science Wiki link or from the units. Going back into how to do this, you'll click on Create Wiki Page. Since I've already created 3 of them, I'm not going to create a new one, but I want to show you some things. When you click on Create Wiki Page, this is what you see. You can see that this is the area where you're going to be putting your pictures and a little bit of text, and then you'll hit Submit to submit it. But first you'll need to name it. And you can name it whatever you want. It's going to be best, though, for both your peers when they're going back looking for data of other members that are in their group, as well as for your instructor, if you just type your name and name it as your name. Then the information that you need to put in here, like I mentioned earlier, are the 2 images. The image of your study area, each time you collect data for Nature's Notebook, and then an image of the data that you collect. So once you submit the data, you can take a screenshot of that, either whether that's on your phone on the app or whether that is online on a computer, however you do it. However, there's a certain way to do it. So for instance, the first image might be the study area. And you would write the date. So study area, I'm just going to put the date of today. And then underneath that, I would submit the image. And you will always use this insert edit image icon. Where you see the arrow at, it's really important that that's how you insert your image. If you do it any other way, then it may be that you see your image, but no one else will be able to see it. So like if you tried to copy and paste your image using Control-C, you'll be able to see your image, but your instructor and your peers, they won't be able to see it, which means you won't end up getting a grade for it, posting it. If you use this file, to insert file, you will see a link, but sometimes that link works and sometimes it doesn't. So this is the one you want to use, that insert edit image icon with like the mountain and the moon. So you'll submit it there. And then you'll also submit your actual data that you collect. So your data submission, image, and date that as well. And then hit return, and you can again enter your image by clicking that icon. When I click on it, this is what I see. So I'll browse my computer and find an image. And once I find that image, I would click OK, and your image would be there. And then you're going to name it. So if your image is your study area, and say it's for lesson 3, you could put study area 3. And you would put the image description and the title for study area 3. Name it the same thing, and then you would click on Insert. And once you click on Insert, it'll show up within your wiki. So you'll have 2 images that you submit. Once you've done that, then you'll come down here and click on Submit. I'm going to hit Cancel though, just because I've already submitted 3 others, as you see here. But that's how I put that picture in, is I used that Insert Edit Image icon and then clicked on Submit. So that's how you're going to post a wiki. If you have any questions, you can talk to your instructor about posting the wikis. I hope this video will help though to make that a more seamless process.